One of the frustrating things about buying a house is dealing with real estate agents. Real estate agents are salespeople. And just like buying a car, sometimes a salesperson could be very off-putting. Not all. I want to make that statement that I have met some diligent, very good character real estate agents and good character car salesmen or saleswomen, but it's rare. Just like any industry, mechanic, anything in life, guys, it's very hard. But definitely when you're dealing with the biggest purchase of your life, which is a house, and you're dealing with a real estate agent that is not top tier, because most real estate agents, they do real estate transactions as a second job, if not a third job. It's their side hustle. Most real estate agents have a main job, or they are retired and they do this on the side, or they're a drunk and they do this on the side. And you're dealing with a certain spirit that is entitled, especially in a seller's market. And that's just something you have to accept. I accept it's a seller's market. I accept the seller has a right to say no to any offer because I'm a fair person. But I ran into a situation recently where I made an offer and I was willing to use the listing agent. The agent be the agent for the seller and for me, the buyer. And some people say that's a mistake, get your own agent. But I like to cut out the middleman. And I'm fine with them making more commission on the property, give everyone incentive. But there was a game being played where I made a very clear offer. And, I know the real estate agent didn't like the offer. It was only like 10% below listing price. But I said very clearly, look, if the seller doesn't like the offer, I respect that. Just let me know. That's all I asked. Okay. And 24 hours later, the offer wasn't presented, and then the agent acted like they didn't remember the offer. And there was this back and forth where I felt there was games being played. And that's where I lose a taste for the property. That's where I lose respect. I lost respect because I respect a seller who says, look, I'm not taking a dime more than it's listing, and I appreciate your offer, but no, I respect that. Then I have another decision to make. And I respect the agent, a real estate agent that says, look, my seller has told me not to accept any offer below XYZ. I respect that. I don't respect that I make a clear offer and there's clearly a contentious real estate agent that doesn't want to present the offer and is trying to negotiate with me rather than present the offer to the seller and let the seller negotiate with me. Or at least let the seller respond. The agent can talk to the seller and they can say, look, negotiate this for me. I get that. But this is what I'm telling you, especially if you're an independent soul like me, you're going to negotiate your own deal. There's a game. And I'm okay with the game. But it has to, like all games in life, right? Play it fairly. And I understand everyone's going to catch an elbow. Not every foul gets called. So I don't want to act like, I understand life. You get a little foul. I'm not going to call every foul. But I want to tell you this. If it's a damn technical foul, and a technical foul with a real estate agent is if you present an offer and they don't present it to the seller, unless that seller has given them specific instructions not to give me an offer below XYZ, and unless that real estate agent has told you that, that's a game. And then you have a decision to make. Do you want to play a game with this corrupt real estate agent? And then you got another decision to make. Does this person live in the community? Is this type of people you're going to deal with? And then now you go into this whole algorithm of this is really how real estate and real estate agents that live within the community they broker, this is how it becomes a clusterfuck. And it makes you really have a bad taste in your mouth for the whole transaction. And you say, well, I really love the property. I get that. I feel that. It's very painful not to proceed with a property you love. But my life experience has taught me if it's that contentious in the beginning of anything, it's very hard for it to get better. If you start off on that type of footing with that property, does it really get better? Again, especially if that type of person lives within the community. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I tell you, I'm damn sure going to slow down when I get that type of spirit. Again, I respect a negotiation. I respect someone that says, look, I'm listing this property for XYZ. I won't take a dime less. My property. Respect. I don't respect someone who doesn't make an offer when you give an offer or plays games. Just tell me yes or no or give me a counter. That's it. But there's some people, guys, again, they're fishermen. And they're the type of fishermen, they've lost so many fish because they get cocky that they've got it hooked. And then they go back to shore with a story about how they almost caught a big fish. And if you're dealing with someone who's alcoholic, these people don't even realize they're a disgrace. I hate to say it. Because they get so drunk because their mind is so unstable, they have to fucking make themselves happy with themselves. And this is all part of that game, man. This is why people get buried in real estate, man. This is why people, especially in the seller's market, guys. But again, I respect the sellers. I've lived through a buyer's market and a seller's market. I've owned a property in a buyer's market and a seller's market. When I sold my property, I interviewed the real estate agents that I wanted to use. And I tell you, I thank God I researched the real estate agents I wanted to use. I looked at who sold property in my community. Not a real estate agent living in my community, but what real estate agent within my area has sold property listed in my community? What was their rating online? And then I called them for an interview, and then I had them come to my house for an interview. These were great real estate agents, great ones. Top tier. This type of people I like to deal with. I like to deal with business with good people. And so when I interviewed them, and the second time I said, these are the women, these are the people I want listed in my house. I gave them my list, and they did a great job. You still got to do the work, though. You still got to walk them with the process. Don't you get lazy. A lot of people get lazy. Let the real estate agent do everything. No. We're going to work together. This is your transaction. I want you to remember, if you're buying or selling, this is your transaction, your biggest transaction. For most people, your biggest financial transaction. And if you let your real estate agent or your car salesman just fucking lead you astray, I'll tell you, your whole life is like that. And not me. I'm gonna walk with you. Okay. So, when I listed my property, when I sold my property, I got a couple offers that were not to my liking, but this is how I handled it. I told my agents, bring me all offers. And when they would bring me an offer that was lower than I wanted to be, I said, tell the buyer, the potential buyer, tell them, thank you for the offer. That's number one. I always say that. I don't know why you wouldn't thank someone for offering you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even if it's below your, at least thank them. I know I do. Why? Yeah, that's the right thing. And you may get a better offer. But I always say, thank you for the offer you gave me, but I am not willing to accept that. And then my agent will say, well, Sam, do you want to counter them? I said, no, you can tell them I'm not going to counter because we're just not close enough. But tell them again, thank you. Oh, that's how you handle it. But I want to tell you, some people, they don't handle it like that. And walk away. Now, I say that with a little bit of holding my breath because I know a lot of you are not in a position where you can walk away. If you got a family or you don't want to live like me, guys. I live a little bit on the edge. Okay, but as a single person, no pets, no kids, I'll take that liberty. And I've been through a lot of pain trying to find the right property in a seller's market. But I've lived through a buyer's market, and there will be a buyer's market again. It will be, don't worry. But I'm not waiting for that. I don't do that. I don't tell you guys that. I tell you, when you find a property that you like below your means in an area you want to live, that's when you pull the trigger. But you still have to aim the gun. Okay? Yeah. Some of you are like, yeah, just pull the trigger. You still got to aim. Okay? Because I don't know about you. I ain't the type of person just let off shots. Okay? I'm going right between the eyes. Okay? Because if you're going to let off a shot, you better put someone down. You better know what you want, how you want it, and you better not just go bucking. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of people. They just shooting off the hip. They run in circles. But let's stay positive. Okay. So, I hope this video helped you. If it did, click that thumbs up. If you're a drunk real estate agent, stop watching my videos. I'm very disappointed in you. Tried to treat you the right way. Very hurtful. Okay. If you're a positive person, click that blue join button because I got to deal with the devils out here. If you're someone who appreciates my channel in a great way, you want to share it, share this video. Watch my thousands of free videos on my playlist. Subscribe, leave a comment below. We got to go forward. You fall, you get back up. Every deal doesn't work out, and it shouldn't, because every deal is not meant for you. In my opinion, you do what you want. In my opinion, if the deal starts off corrupt, I want to tell you, it's like a relationship that you stole that bitch from someone else. You dated that man, you knew he was married, and if you think he's going to leave his wife and lie with you and build a house and a family with you, you are the most corrupt bitch I ever met, or the corrupt man I ever met. You keep them how you get them. And when you get something in the wrong way, you will live with that in your soul all your days. And nothing is worth that. Nothing is worth your dignity. To buy a house in a bidding war in a seller's market, you lost all your dignity. Yeah, now you got a place to live, but your soul has a place to die. Fuck you. Peace.